Hola. We're out here at the pond again, and let's see if we get some rainbow trout. Let's get us hooked up, but first let's take a look at our surroundings here. This week they should stock the pond with another 600, I do believe. Yes, sir. Fishing will be much more better, chaotic, more of them. Boom, 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 one after another. Okay. So how was everybody's weekend? Cincinnati Bengals beating Kansas City. Wow, that was something. I kind of liked it myself, but I guess it's a matter of perspective who you like it for football. What's going on with this thing? Tunnels down here. And I got the phone. I must have hit the volume button and it went mute on me. 26 minutes in, I don't want to happen again. So it don't fall over. Yeah. Let's get out there, see if there's any trout out there. Okay. You don't have to go expensive, my friends. Iowa, Samurai, but look at the bend. This pole bends, man. It doesn't snap in 2 or 3. Okay. Fly. If there's any close 30 feet in to the shoreline, any trout, they will go after this like crazy all day long. This is what I tried first. Either this or Castmaster. Give it a whirl. See what we got out there. I guess I could bring you in closer here. Not that much of a wind today. I'm gonna bring you up a little closer, huh? There we go. How's that? That's got to be better. You know, I've noticed doing this video, and it's all about the angle that you use. And that makes it more eye appealing and so forth. Especially when you take pictures of rainbow trout or, come on, I know one of you guys are out there. So you get this swim jig and you let it drop, you let it rise, but you can't let it drop too far because it'll get hooked on something on the bottom. So, but you got to keep that line taut, and every now and then I pop it, like it'll look like it's a real nymph swimming through the water. I want that stock truck to come down, rolling down that hill, so you guys can get an eyeball full of rainbows. They flush them in through a pool hose and a tank in the back of the truck. It's only a little S10, but sometimes they come down with a 4-chamber utility truck. Yeah, that's when they're dumping in like 1,200 or 1,500 fish. Sometimes they have just a surplus at the hatchery and they got to unload them. They unload them here, guys. Foster Erwin in Rochester, Minnesota. And it's year-round trout fishing here, believe it or not. All right, there's signs in the parking lot that designate it. Special regulations. See a couple wind blows, a couple swirls, but if I could just, from the Weather Channel, please dial me in about a 5-mile-per-hour wind at least, so the bite is better. Okay. Hey, we got somebody commenting. I caught a golden trout. All right. They're a pretty fish, those golden trout, I'll tell you that. You're out in California that way, you get them, and sometimes down in South Carolina, they have those golden trout, or palominos they call them. You know what they did? COVID, they had 2 albino trout at the hatchery, and so they were breeding them actually, and they dumped 25 in here, 25 some other pond and stuff like that. So eventually, last year, they got those brooders, and it was a 6-pound female, and put them in here. I got that on video when they were stocking them. Brooder albinos. Now, albinos are different. They got pink eyes, true albinos. They're not palominos, or they're not Colorado. Golden. But what a cool looking fish, huh? It's probably not, you know, it's easy prey for a hawk or an eagle, I would think. Wouldn't you? The colors on it. I know the ospreys pull a lot of fish out of here, and the bald eagles do, American bald eagles. They hang out in the trees and just, they come down here for their morning sushi. It's kind of fun to watch them. Like, still to this day, I got to get one of them on video, actually taking the grab out of the water. That's what I want, you know? American bald eagle or an osprey. The ospreys are quick birds, very quick. The bald eagles can't even catch them. Bald eagles, but they're better fishermen. Yes, sir. There's a bald eagle over there hanging out in the tree. You'll hear him chirping in the background. You hear something chirping real loud. So this swim jig thing, the way I'm working this rod and bringing it in, like, notice I'm not bringing it in too quick. I'm letting it swim up and down and jigging it. This is what I've learned off the Cambodian people in my neighborhood. Very friendly, but, you know, very good fishermen. You rub elbows with them, man. You don't diss them and don't not like them, man. I gotta learn. I'm a sponge, a fisherman sponge. Learn what you can, off who you can. And I'll tell you what, if you watch a fisherman, I don't care how insignificant you think they're fishing, you're gonna learn something off each one of them, if you're willing. And the key is, are you willing? Yeah, I talk a lot. Yeah. Come on, man. Okay, I'm gonna go with my bobber, slip bobber, only because it don't seem like they're in close. I'm gonna have to go out far and find them, right, mate? I'm gonna have to find these today. We'll do a couple hours together, okay? But the best part of bass and hat fishing is only gonna be further down the road when we go ice fishing together. You're gonna love it, ice fishing. Seriously, for northern pike and for rainbow trout, it's such a blast, man. It is a blast. Now the northern pike I'm getting out of, not this pond, a different pond, they're like 30 to 45 inches long. There's so much bait fish for them to eat. It's like a buffet. They get so big. I catch them, I release them always too, but it's the fun part of just pulling up a fish that long. Yep, that's in the future. So I'd say, you don't want to watch me right now, I'd dial your dates in for mid-December. It's gonna get really nice ice fishing out here mid-December. Hopefully, weather pertaining. This little 4-foot Daiwa, I love it. I can hold it in my hand like this, and it never bothers me holding it. Even though I look like the Statue of Liberty, I'll tell you what, then I could just move my wrist and pop the thing every now and then, flash that fathead minnow to the rainbow trout, and see if anything's down there. If anything's down there, we'll go after it because it's a minnow in distress, right? Okay, we need a good 5-mile-per-hour wind. They're calling for rains today, but not till about 1 o'clock. Bass in the hat, right here on my arm. If you're not following me, follow me, man. We're gonna have fun ice fishing. When you're in the house with a warm cup of coffee and stuff like that, I'm gonna be out there in the frigid temperatures ice fishing without an ice hut or a heater. I go all natural. I do 20 or 30 holes and I find the fish. A couple swirling around out there. We're gonna just have to find one. Yeah, that was like a Super Bowl game last night, that Kansas City Buffalo game. Very enjoyable game. I like games like that, very competitive. Not blowouts. Blowouts are, you know, they're no fun. Come on, where are you? Give me one. Give me one early morning one. Number 4 Matsuo hook. I love my Japanese hooks. Alright, 3-pound test. 2 split shots 6 inches above your Matsuo floor number 4 hook. And then a slip bobber that you could try different depths and see where the fish are biting at what depth. I think we might have a winner here. Winner, trout dinner. Come on, you bid it once. Take it. There we go. Good girl. Do it again. Come on. Come on, come on, come on and bite me, baby. Can't you see that I am not afraid to sing Jim Morrison fish songs? Oh, man. He's not that serious. Come on, go after it again. I can get my minnow. You know, when your bobber first goes down, these trout sometimes aren't that serious in taking your fish, your minnow. I got a 3 and a 5-second rule, meaning I count to 3 when the bobber goes down. If the bobber goes down, it's only 2 seconds, it doesn't count. So when they get that finicky, the trout, I imply the 3 or the 5-second rule. And then I strike and set the hook. That keeps your strike ratio up when you dial it in like that. You want a high strike ratio. You don't want to pull and miss every time the bobber goes down. Yes, sir. Gonna chalk out to be a nice day, I guess. It's still not too frigid. It was yesterday where your fingers and toes were cold. I mean, it's time to put on the winter jacket. Today, it's not. I'm an ice person. I like ice fishing more than open water, to tell you the truth. Just the crunch of that ice when you're walking on it. I recommend corker boots with spikes in the bottom when you're walking on ice. That $200 you're spending for the corker boots, guess what? It's gonna save you $2 grand in the emergency room when you break a leg or breaking a wrist or whatever. So it's more or less an insurance policy if you buy a pair of corker winter boots with spikes on the bottom. Interchangeable soles they have. Very cool boot. You put regular soles on them or go with the spikes. We'll show you all that stuff right before when the ice starts forming. I'll take all that gear out and show all you guys. Here we go. We got to take it. Yes, sir. I'm going to wait to strike. I'm going to implement a 2-second rule. 1, 2. Nope. Did I? Yeah, I got it. I got it. Not too big of a guy, but it's a fish just the same. Yes, sir. A little rainbow, and instant release. Yeah, it's I got a button on my pole here. I can push it and instant release. That way I don't get my hands fishing. We need a bigger one than that, guys, okay? Well, that was one, and we spit that minnow back out. I guess that hook wasn't set too well. Those little guys are a little harder to hook. Yes, sir. Set that hook better. Need a better hook set. See out there. Hopefully you get some big crappie out of here. 12-inch crappie. You know, a 10-inch one's a monster out of this baby pond. A 12-inch is eyeball popping. There we go. Hut. Yeah, the bite isn't that bad this morning, actually. That's 2 bites in 5 minutes there. Bring it back down. Come on. I can live with this bite. Shout out to anything that's possible. How you doing this morning? Thank you for all your tips on this streaming, live streaming and stuff. There we go, we're going down. I'm yakking my jaw, we're going down. There's a good community out there if you get involved in it, fishing community. Good people out there. From all over the country. Put anybody in a box. Come on. We're going to be doing, I got videos, 1-minute videos, shorts, and some are only 3 or 4 minutes. This is the longest I've been doing, is this live stream. But if you go back, you'll look, in the summertime I love pulling in 20, 30 pound carp, okay? I got a 10-foot Daiwa that, oh man, you can just control those carp and they run away like a freight train. Oh boy, they do. So much fun. It's about to fight. It's not about to eat. Not necessarily, you know. Some people, they get every fish they fish, they gotta eat. I'm more of a sportsman. I love catching and releasing. Every now and then I'll keep, but no more than 10%. But to each his own in life, right? You at, Mr. Trout? No, you're at. Okay, let's get out a little further. Yeah, most recently, yep, somebody got me. I missed that strike. Got to bring up that strike ratio. I missed that one, but at least they're eating minnows. I know that much now. All I got to do is find another one and pay more attention. All right. through the eyeballs. There you go. That's the way bass in the head does it, through the eyeballs. Then you got a skull and they can't rip that hook out. A skull on that minnow. All right, let's get all the way out there. This little 4-foot pole, when I go out that far, like 50 feet, it's a little harder to set sometimes, the line, because there's too much slack in it. I got to pull my arms above my head to set the hook. I like it. It doesn't matter, you know. It works for me, whatever works for you. Whatever pole or... And then I can pop it like I am right now. If there's any fish out there, he's going to see that minnow flashing and pop it. Come on, I know you're out there. Very quiet morning this morning. I love coming down here in mornings like this. When you're the only one on the pond, it makes you feel like you own the damn place. Which you don't, but this is a real gem of a pond they have in town here in Rochester, Minnesota, I'm going to tell you. Year-round trout fishing, and they stock 600 every 2 weeks. The cutoff is the end of May. They cut off and stop stocking because temperatures in the water get too warm. Then they pick it back up in October, beginning of October. 600 rainbow trout every 2 weeks, and nobody ever catches the whole 600. So this place is quite a gem of a place to fish. You know, a lot of people get jealous and stuff, or they tell me I'm fishing illegal, but bass and head ain't illegal. Go read the signs in the parking lot. Big dummy. Come on and bite me, baby. Can't you see that I am not afraid to sing a Jim Morrison fish song? Now, give me a big old 4-pound, 5-pound trout. It's been hanging out here for years. Yeah, we're going to do this live streaming thing for a little bit, just a little bit, and see how my watched hours go up and try to monetize myself, make some money off this deal, because I'm putting in all the hours and I'm sort of taking it like a job now. I'll dial it in, correct some things I'm doing wrong, and once that ice warms out, we're going to have some fun out in the ice. Yes, sir. This place used to be a rock quarry. They dug, and then all of a sudden they hit water in like 3 different spots. And the quarry started filling up with water. They decided, guess what? I guess we're going to stop digging. And then, from what I hear, stories long ago, there was a restaurant in town that put walleye in here because it is 35 feet deep. And they were pulling them out whenever they needed more and more walleye. And eventually, the city bought this. And eventually, they said, well, let's stock trout out here. They unload a lot of trout per year in this little pond, baby pond the size of 4 football fields. They got a path that goes all the way around the whole pond. You can work any part of the pond. We're running a little low right now. But inside ice farms, those fish can't hide. They go out and find a rainbow tornado. That's what I always search for by drilling 20, 30 holes out in the ice and try to find it. Come on, I need a good pull. Not playing around anymore, man. Clarity is very clear, this water. We have 6 and 7 pound bass in here. And they hang out in the 20, 25 foot water in the center, and they don't come out here. And then when they stock those little 6, 7 inch baby trout, when they don't have bigger ones at the hatchery, guess who eats them? Those 6, 7 pound bass have a buffet. They eat them, man. They thrive off them. They don't even have to come and look for small fish. Nobody hardly catches them because they're so well overfed. There we go. Come on. Somebody found me. Take it down, Pop. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's one of these days I don't catch anything. I was pulled one in and it got off the hook. Does that count or no, it doesn't count? Yeah, recently I've been doing this every day of the week. Maybe taking a day or 2 off, that's about it. So, this is the pond in your neighborhood and you want to fish it, man. You're going to know when they stock if you follow me. When the best time to come down here is. I would just turn off the notifications unless you want me to blow up your phone for you, mate. It'll go buzzing like crazy. Because I do post a lot. Every day they can't be eaten all 24/7. Anywhere they'd be fat as whales, the way I see it. That's Some days you get a bite and you get 7, and then the next day you get 0. Sometimes you walk away with these rainbows, they give you a mental complex. Like, what am I doing wrong? You start thinking in your head. You're doing everything right, they're just not biting, all right? And that happens a lot with these chasing these rainbows. If you're chasing rainbows, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, we're getting a wind, which is going to help a little. 3-4 mile per hour wind. Chasing rainbows. Any of you guys in my neighborhood will take a 20-ounce coffee with some cream and sugar, please. Come on, Mr. Rainbow, where you at? I'm just gonna let you go. I just want to put you on the camera, okay? This is a put and take pond, they call it. They put them in and we're allowed to take them out. Up to 3, 1/16. That's exactly what it's made for. I've had people online, when they see me catch the 4-pound one out of here, like, why does everybody always keep the big ones? Why can't you throw them back? Because they can't breed in here. Okay, it's a put and take pond. They put them in, we take them out. And they can't breed because there's no running water, so there's low oxygen in the water. So you might as well pull them out when you catch them, the big ones. You got some nice fillets on them. Of course, the little guys are more succulent, like crab meat, I compare them to. There's just not a lot of fork of my little guy. A couple forkfuls and you're done. Come on, I know you guys are out there. Where are you at? Come on in. Trout, all of a sudden, boom, they'll turn on, and then 45 minutes later, boom, they turn off. Don't let them give you the mental complex, okay? It's not you, it's them. Yeah. It's all good fun time anyway, the way I see it. Every now and then, like I said, the hatchery has a brood stock that they breed inside the hatchery. And they get a little too big and they can't put them back in the stream like the brookies, and they say, well, where do we put them? Let's dump them in Foster River where bears and hatfishes. Like it's my pond. And they dump them in here. And they don't tell you. They don't send up a flare or send out an email or a memo. They don't go on Twitter or X, or they just throw them in here. And if you're here, you're in like Flint if you're here. If you're not, then you snooze, you lose. That's why watching my videos might be a good thing if you live in town, just for that mere sake. You'll be able to look at them after your job, after work, and say, hey, man, they just stocked Bassin Hat. Here's the video. Maybe I should go down there this weekend. Yeah, maybe you should. We got some people that travel an hour and a half from the Twin Cities of Minneapolis and St. Paul, Minnesota. They come all the way down here to fish just this pond because it's year-round, and they stock it. If you're a true rainbow trout fisherman at heart, then it's worth it. There we go. One's going around, swirling around my bobber. Pop it, pop it. See that minnow? You're supposed to eat that thing. Hit me. And every now and then, I'll fish crappie in the spring. I like 12, 13-inch crappie. Crappie tacos are just the bomb. Yum. Good eating, man. I don't go gaga over them. I don't go gaga over the walleye. Some people spend a lot of money and chase the walleye. That's not me. They're closer to town, maybe. I'm not going to spend $20 to get a $10 walleye. Drive an hour and a half, 2 hours to go get a walleye or come home empty-handed with no walleye. I'm a practical fisherman. If I really want walleye, I'll just go to the store and buy it. It's cheaper. But it's more fun to fish for, I'm sure it is. Yeah, I see you guys out there coming up. Yeah. A couple of them just came up out there. See the squirrel out there. Yep. They came up to give me the fin. Say, you ain't getting anything today, Bass in the Hat. We're going to make you look real bad. Here's the fin. Instead of the finger, the fin. You get it? Ha ha ha. All right, I think that'll do. So as my camera don't fall over and bust in 2 pieces. Yeah, iPhone 14. I like working the iPhone 14. A waterproof case on it. We all live off these phones anymore, don't we? They are kind of versatile and have so many options in them, what you do with them. Yeah, my biggest day down here was one day out in the ice. I'd say it was the 3rd week of December, something like that. And I come running all the way across the pond because I seen the fish truck coming up to load fish. But when they do that, they drill a hole in the ice and they pour them in through a hose. Well, I drill my holes right around where they drill theirs, and then I just pulling them up. Once they put them in, you take them out. That day, I got 46. 46 trout. I got a 20, a 22, and an 18. I kept the 22. No, I kept the 20 because the 20 was like a 5-pound bulldog with all the pretty colors. Looked like a salmon almost. Gave away the 22 and let go of the 18. And all the rest of 46 I let go. Yeah, what a day that was. Still trying to live up to it again. Yeah, days like that you can't live up to. Yep, you have a good day down here. Good day. That's 5 or 7. It's a good day. You need to call up the weather station. Tell them we need a 5-mile-per-hour wind. Pronto, okay?
There is, but it's from the southeast.
Yeah. I had a couple bites. I had one on and it came off when I was bringing it up, but other than that, boy.
Yeah, a buddy of mine called me yesterday and said they put some in here last week.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The hatchery, they haven't put any in all summer. They said they were going to wait till the water cool off.
Yeah. You see them just rolling around out there, you just got to throw something they want.
Yeah, I just used to call it.
You know what? They were biting off that 2 days ago, off the bottom, power bait. Right out, casting out by that bobber buoy out there. I've been getting, I've gotten in the past 2 weeks 5 crappie, a 12, an 11 and a half, 11, 2 11 and a halves, 11 and a 10. Big crappie, edible ones with meat on them. Come on. Give me a little wind here. Stir things up and the bite gets a little better with a little wind. I better check my bait. Okay, we're still good, yeah. Okay, we're down at about 4 foot. Let's go a little deeper. Slip bobber with the string on it. And we're at about 5 feet now. 5 feet down. Try different depths and find out what depth they're eating at. Sometimes they're running real low, feeding up the bottom. Other times they're running high in the water, feeding off something else. I used to always come down here, just put them in my earbuds, listen to Bluetooth music, off my phone, and wait for that big bite, and then start filming it with my iPhone, doing shorts and stuff like that. Here we go. We got somebody that's serious. Took me down twice. 3. Come on. Yeah, that's a trout. Signature of a trout. Bobbing the bobber 3 or 4 times. You gotta wait to set the hook. Because he'll play around with it like a cat. For like 30 seconds. You wait till that bobber goes all the way down like 3 seconds. Oh, yes. And strike ratio is still good today. Even though that one got off. We got one coming in. Incoming. Look at this little pole, this little 4-foot pole. I love it. The way it bends, pulling in these angles. Alright, we're not getting you tangled up over there today. Okay? There we go. We're going to have a little rainbow here. Just like so. Rainbow trout. Yes, sir. And he looks like he sucked down that hook a little too far for me. When they suck down that hook so far, you know what? It's better just to let them have the hook. Just let them have the hook. Rainbow trout, yes sir, rainbow. And when you can, please catch and release, just like so. Let's set up another hook and see if we do that again. I let them have that hook. I didn't want to yank it out and kill them. If you're going to release them in a healthy fashion where they could survive. All right. Another hook. Where we at? Where we at? Where we at? Alright, we're set. With the eyeball glasses and stuff, it's a little hard for me sometimes to tie that knot. But I'd rather do that than tie the knot than see the trout die. Yank that hook out of his mouth and have him bleeding, go into shock. You look at them cross-eyed, these trout, they sometimes when you try to release them, they just belly up. They go into sort of like a trance state. You got to hit them and snap them out of the transic state, and then they swim away. Okay, through the eyeballs, mate. Going back out there. About 5 feet down, slip bobber. Another gravel pit on the other side of this pond here. Just right over the hill. You'll hear a lot of trucks. Well, if you don't know me, I'm Bass Nat. My name's Bruce. Grew up in Philadelphia. At the age of 27, moved to Phoenix, Arizona. Stayed there 23 years, working in the printing industry, making newspaper press newspapers. 2015, called it quits. Well, actually, it was around 2010, called it quits. The CEO was making all the money. 10 years, no raise. On the internet. Put the newspaper out of business, so. The newspaper gave me nothing but a bad back anyway. Since then, at the ripe age of 47, I've been fishing. Now I'm 61 now, so. That's 11, 12 years of fishing so far. I'm talking full-time fishing. Weekend warrior. Fishing, the actual history of it goes back to in China 3000 BC, I think. Google that, let me know. I mean, I Googled it before. Of my Matsuo hooks. They're hard to find, Matsuo. M-A-T-Z-U-O. But they're really sharp hooks, man. I love how sharp and thick gauge they are. These Japanese make some good stuff. Come on, we need a win. Put them in, we take them out. Easy trout dinner here, fresh too. Hatchery raised, healthy. We sell them down the street at the Hy-Vee grocery store for anywhere between 10 to 15 bucks a pound. You come here for a $10 trout stamp, catch it all year long. But the summer's a little tough to get them because the water's too warm in here. Go out to that 35-foot hole and you don't see none of them but in the morning. Early morning you might. There's the wind, okay, it's switching too. Nine-inch hemostats, another tool of my trade. I get them used off eBay, 2 for $10. 2 9-inch hemostats. They're been used by doctors and they sell them on the internet used, but you get them dirt cheap instead of going to the store and buying them. Look it up, mates. You're out there, guys. Bugs out. Almost the 3rd week of November. There's still bugs out. That bugs me. There was a jumper out there. Did you see that? He's a jump on my hook now. Yeah, fishing, the peacefulness and the tranquility of it, you can't beat it, especially out in the ice. Out in the ice, it's all the sounds ricochet off the ice are amplified, but it's so tranquil and peaceful. That's why they're not biting. My split shots went all the way down. Darn it. When they go slide all the way down, they ain't gonna bite. Let's try this thing again. Another bald eagle coming in. further. Sometimes they hang out in the deep part. Don't work the banks. Even though the water's cold enough, they should be working the banks now. Hanging out in that deep hole out in the middle. Wait for that ice forms. They ain't going to be hiding anymore. I'm going to go out and find them. Most likely, hopefully, earliest would be second week of December. Somewhere in December. Sooner the better for me. I guess they ain't traveling around today. Just a couple are swimming around. Probably one big rainbow tornado in the middle. They just swarm around like they do in the hatchery in circles. Wherever the temperature of the water is primed and where the feeding is. Give me another one at least. I want another one at least. How about it, guys, huh? Just popped it and got a bump. Yeah, I did. I woke one fish up. That minnow's acting all scared. It's a little guy. Can't take that bobber down. He's just licking that minnow right now. Dancing the bobber around. Come on, you can take it down. Come on. That's it. That's why I pop it every now and then. There's a fish down there. Wakes him up. Wakes up the bait too. come on. Oh, there we go. Somebody took my minnow again. We gotta fix this so that doesn't happen. Alright, put another minnow on. Fathead. I know there's one out there. Well, I might have to go back to the swim jig. Or I could put a spoon on, maybe. Gotta switch it up when they're not biting, you know? Good fishermen will switch it up. Stubborn one won't. That's me, the stubborn one. I do carry 2 poles. One rigged with something, one thing, and then one rigged with another usually. So you can work 2 poles. You're only allowed 1 in this state. Wisconsin's 3-pole state though. What do we got here? Whoop, I missed your comment, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's a little learning curve for me, reading those comments. Keeping up with them. Nice quiet morning down here at the pond. Just need a little rainbow action. Okay, Mr. Duck, I don't have no minnows for you. Move on. I'll make orange duck out of you. I love orange duck. I just don't like ducks. Feed them once and they'll fly across the pond and scare away your fish forever. Orange duck is good if you've never made it. Try that one Christmas or Thanksgiving. Instead of turkey or a ham, you go with duck. Yum. Dark meat. Very juicy dark meat, succulent. Duck breast is like yum. You got to cook that medium rare. Actually, duck breast. It's like a steak. It's not cheap either. Where are you, fish? Where are you guys at from today? What state? You working? You playing? This is my work / and play. Okay, we're gonna put on a fresh minnow. This one's probably died on me. That's why I pop a 2 every now and then. Just so it moves. Oh, this one's fine. This is a fine minnow. Let's throw it back out there, but some other place let's throw it. I'll go to the right now. Work the whole area. All right, my man's got one. Okay, off the bottom, right? There we go. He got one right next to me. Hour bait off the bottom. Yep, before we know it, it's Thanksgiving and then Christmas and a whole new year, huh? time we got? $75 minutes so far. 3 likes, 5 likes, 3 people watching. Wow, not abundance of people, but I'll take it. Just need to catch more fish right now. I wish those comments would stay up longer on my phone so I could read them. They pop up for about 5 seconds and then they fade off. But here's what we're dealing with since Bob's not going down. We got a nice big pond here. About the size of 4 football fields, I'd say. But all the way out in the middle, it's 20, 25 feet. 34 feet, the deepest. There's a lot of places for big 5, 6, 7 pound bass, and it's deep enough for the trout to hide. But this is what we got. This is the fun little pond we got in town. It's about 10 minutes away from, 15 minutes away from my house, so it's just so convenient. And sometimes I call it being married to the place because I'm here so often, and you do get hooked to just come here. Why come here? It's convenient. It's like going to a convenience store, except it's a convenient pond. You know they're always stocking. You know the fish are always going to be in there. You know, so why not? Oh, I'm going to break this phone one of these days. I got insurance on it, I'll tell you that. Huh? Yep. $1,200 phone. 1 year, 2 years ago, I just bought it, and the week before, I got a waterproof case on it. Some lady fell in trying to save her dog through the ice. The dog went in chasing a muskrat, fell through the ice, couldn't get his hind legs over, so the lady followed the dog right and thought she was going to pull the dog out, and she ended up in. She's screaming bloody murder. I just couldn't stand there on the ice without trying to go over and save her. We all ended up in the water. There we go. Come on. And the firemen came, and luckily it was only like 32, 33 degrees. We walked all the way back up to the parking lot all wet. Whenever somebody falls through the ice, you never run towards the hole. That's the worst thing you could do. You're going to end up with them in the pond. You know, I carry rope and an ice pick. That pond is acting real weird. There's something I think found it. Sometimes the minnow gets hooked up on the bobber and it slants sideways. That's the only negative about fishing with a bobber. Come on, guys, where are you? Alright, let's check out this setup, make sure it's all kosher. Alright, we're good. Nothing wrong with it. Let's get back out there. We'll go a little deeper. We'll go 6 feet. We gotta find them. We gotta search for them. They're running deep today. They're not running at all, one or the other. And there's one that comes right up and waves at me right over there. calling for rain around noon and 1 o'clock. Remains to be seen. The weatherman isn't right. Like the weatherman in Arizona, all he has to ever say is it's going to be sunny and hot. Out here, you got to deal with winds, rain, snow, sleet, everything. Whole gambit. You're not always right. Okay, let's take another look-see around the pond. Huh? That's where they stock in that one corner. They come down this hill over here, and they stock right in that one corner. They'll flush them out with a hose. Now we got the deep part on the other side. That's the other side all the way to far. That's 5 feet off the shoreline. It's like 20 feet deep. And it stretches to 20, 25, and then 34 foot deep. So when the pond flips over in the cold weather, that's where the bluegill go. That's where the crappie go. They're usually real deep towards the bottom, and the trout are on top then. During the summertime, the trout go to the bottom, and the crappie and the bluegill come to the top. So, I mean, the pond's got to flip over, which it has. It's just that these trout aren't working the banks. They get out in that comfortable zone, out that deep part, and they just seem to stay out there sometimes. Sometimes we need a new stocking to chase them out of that hole. Yeah, it's not the most action-packed day, my friend. Sorry, but you're going to see one of these days that truck's going to come down that hill, and I'm going to be here, and I'm going to tape it, and that's a good 5 to 7 fish day. There's a seagull's chirping again. Hear them? You know, it takes 5 years for one of those bald eagles to get the white head. Before they have, when they're juveniles, they just have brown heads. There we go, there's a bump. Come on, take me down to the little lost city where the grass is green and the girls are pretty. Come on. Yeah, take me down. Come on, hit me. Using me all around town in your 22-inch rims. Come on, take me down. Set the hook high because it's a short pole. It's a 4-foot pole, so I got to set it high. Get that line tight. Keeps my strike ratio up. Okay, this is a better one. A little dancing rainbow, dancing like Tina Turner. Rolling, rolling down the river. There's a good one. Hopefully I didn't hook it all the way down in the mouth. Good hook set too. All right, people. That's a nice one. Yeah, that's a little chunker. They got that hook all the way down there again. I'm gonna have to let them have the hook again. But what a chunker that is, huh? That's a nice one. Nice rainbow action. Get some fathead minnow action. Yeah, when they get that hook down there in the belly, you might as well just let them have the hook. And that's what I'm gonna have to do here again. That's the second one today, man. I gotta set the hook quicker so it don't get down that far. There we go. I see the hook too. So I do save the hook. When you can, please catch and release, but there's your rainbow. Rainbow trout. Pretty little colors on it. Freckled rainbow, huh? That's a rainbow trout. All right. Yeah, that was fun. Maybe we'll do one more. Gotta re-hook up. Be patient. I'm gonna put that hook back on. Where'd that hook drop? There it is. Ugh. Yeah, maybe another one, quick one. And then we'll just call it for the day. Got a couple honeydews I got to do. All right. That was quick. That head minnow through the eyeballs. They never see it coming. Split shots. About 6 inches. Now you got your split bobber. And we get out there. All the way out This is leaning now. I think it's going to fall over. Get closer, I guess. There we go. Yeah, how about those Bills last night? Yeah. It was a hell of a game. you swirl over to my right, I'm going to cast over to my right where I know there's a fish. Especially on a day like today when the bite is just average at best. Right? Let's cast where the fish are hanging. Give them something to eat. Hop. Yeah, I wish these smartphones were like when people type in a question or something, the comment section, I wish it would orientate it and spell it out and just sound it off so I could answer your questions or answer your comments and so forth. That'd be convenient. Maybe the new iPhone people can work on that. Pretty soon, maybe 2-3 weeks, maybe a month at the latest, we'll be retiring these open water poles and we'll be short rod ice fishing poles, tip ups. Anybody ever fish with a tip up on the ice? That's where I go for northern trout, is with tip ups. And you put a couple sucker minnows on treble hooks and wait for the flag to pop up, and you know you got a bite. You pull them in with your hand, bare hands, the string. It's kind of cool. You'll see. We're going to do that this winter. We're going to take you out in the ice. Come on, fish. Where are you at? I know you're over there. Yeah, ice fishing's so much fun. There we go. We got somebody taking me for a ride. Yes, come on, take me down again. I dare you. You did it once. There you go. Come on. Slowly we turn. Take me. Yeah, we got it. We got it. There's number 3. It'd actually be number 4 if you count the one that got off my hook when I first got it. This might be a crappie. I don't know. And it came off. Those new poles got instant release buttons. A Bluetooth hook, so when you push the button, the fish comes off. You never got to get your hands fishing. At least that's my story. That sounds more interesting than, oh, he got off the hook. Yeah, that's what happens. Sometimes you're pulling them in and they get right off the hook. I think that was a crappie. It was coming in flat, like a crappie.
You get off the hook right when you get about 8 feet from the shore.
I think that one was a crappie. It was coming in, usually the crappies come in flat, you know? Yeah, 3 so far.
How you doing, Mike?
Hey, it's Mark, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm on the live YouTube stream right now.
Yeah.
I'm trying to monetize my channel. But the bite is tough. It's hard. What do you got, a swim jig?
Yeah.
Yeah. You might find some close, but they seem to be hanging out far. Or where my bobber is around there, if you can reach out that far.
I was here the other day and they were out far.
Yeah. It's just the weather or the way it's been. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Remember all those years they used to work the banks and, you know, and stuff like that. These trout just, you know, like the last ones they stopped, I filmed it. And the guy says, you can't film it, they're all stressed. I said, well, if they belly up, I won't post it, okay? He's chewing his tobacco. I said, I'm filming it whether you like it or not. I'm from Philly. We don't actually listen to what you say, you know?
Yeah.
And
I hear the East Coast is about to get hit by a storm.
yeah? Good.
Snowstorm.
Yeah, good for them. I can't wait for us to get hit with some ice and some snow. I love the ice. You know they're catching little muskie up at Fisherman's Inn right now.
Are they?
Yeah? 6, 7-inch ones.
Really?
So they're breeding above the dam now.
Huh?
Yeah.
That's a good sign.
Yeah, it sure is. That's something to look forward to, you know?
Yeah.
Are you staying out here now, or?
Yeah. I came back with my granddaughter.
Okay.
She, I didn't want her to, well, I didn't want to miss out on anything with her.
Okay. Grandchildren have a tendency to do that. I spent 23 years in Arizona, and then a grandchild's born. The next thing I know, my head's spinning, and I'm in Rochester, Minnesota, changing diapers. Like a pro. You know, I never even changed my own son's diapers. I'm watching them 5 days a week, 8 hours a day, you know?
Yeah. Well, my granddaughter, like right when she turned 3, she's already good.
It's golden, though. That's
Yeah.
I mean, you can't beat that, you know?
Yeah.
Being around grandchildren, because I'll tell you what, when they reach about 7, 8, they got that personality thing that gets in the way, and they're living in their own little world then, you know?
Yeah.
But when they're below that age, they are just so cute. And fun to be around, too.
If it was a little warmer, I would bring her out here.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I thoroughly did. I think every male should have to go through that.
Yeah.
They think about making another baby better than, you know?
Yeah.
The humility, it brings you down to earth. Especially if you're changing those diapers and you get those blowouts all the way up the back. Yuck.
That's too.
Too descriptive.
Shot. You caught anything yet?
Yeah, I got 3. The last one I got was about 12. You know, they got 12s and 13s they put in here the last time. About 2 Tuesdays ago. And I think I'm waiting for them to roll down the hill actually today.
Well, they actually put 500 a couple days ago.
Oh, okay. Last year, Mark, they put an albino, a 6-pound albino female in here.
Really?
You know Thomas?
Yeah.
Yeah, he got it. He said he's pulling it out, and it was squirting eggs all over the place.
Oh.
And Soul Pot was down here too, trying for him. He says, I'm not eating them. I said, you better not eat them. Your eyes will turn pink and your skin will turn orange. At least that's my story, you know. I couldn't find one. Yeah, they're swirling around out there. They were cool looking though. When they released them, I was down here videotaping it, and there was ice on the shoreline, right?
Yeah.
The female's coming in like this, with its mouth above the water, like it's hooked, and swims right to my feet on top of the ice. I had to break the ice to get her back in. And I'm filming her saying, oh man, you want to get back on the truck, don't you? It was cool as hell, the video. I should have picked her up then.
Got some nice puppies out here too.
Past 2 weeks. Yep. Passed out towards that buoy, that red buoy over here. I got a 12 out of here. A 12.
Puppy?
Yeah, a 10's a monster. A 12 out of here is forget it, man. It's eye popping. It's nuclear.
I haven't seen them that big.
Yeah.
All these years, I've caught some small ones, but nope.
Yeah. I got a 12, two 11 and a halves, 11 and a 10. All last week. 2 days ago, I got that last 11 and a half. And then I got a little 6. But they're all hanging out by that bob. I almost pulled one in right where your bobber is. It was coming in sideways, and again got off, let go of the minnow. They're big this year. Even the bluegill in here are a little bit bigger. I guess they had more insects to feed off or whatever they eat. You know, every now and then they do stock. Supposedly from a Lake City hatchery, they put crappie in here.
They should put some in before the ice. 'Cause, they always stock right during ice season.
You know what they've been putting in here every year? Brooder brooks.
Trout.
Yeah, they're too big to put in the stream. Last year they put in 700 of them. 700! 16-inch to 20-inch brook trout.
Oh.
There you got it caught on the grass. They were huge. They're pretty fish too, you know. Good eating.
Jumping around those buoys over there, huh? The other day I was here, they were jumping all over there.
Yeah, they do that with the brooder stock. Well, let's retire them in foster. They just don't tell anybody, you know?
Yeah.
I got some big browns out of here, some big rainbows. There we go. Take me down. Come on. Come on, come on, come on and bite me, baby. Come on. Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Got him?
Yep. 3-second rule applies today. The bobber goes down for 2 seconds, I gotta start at 1 all over again. Sometimes they get that finicky, you know, they pull your bobber down 3-4 times before they actually take it. And we got a bass, some bass action. There we go, some bass action. No bigger than my hat though, hence the name Bassin' Hat. We got some bass. There we go. I love them. The hooks are always easy to get off these bass. But no thank you. I'd rather have the 5 or 7 pound bass out of here. All right, maybe we can use the same minnow. Okay, that's 3 trout, 1 bass. Not too bad of a day so far. All right, there you go. You even let that drop for a couple seconds, you know? Sometimes they're sneaky. They grab it by the tail or whatever, and they just don't have that hook near their mouth. But here's my theory. This is my theory, my story, and I'm running with it because I've fishing this, married to this pond for 8 years. Don't tell me anything different. You know in a hatchery how they swirl around? You ever see inside a hatchery? The fish swirl around in a big school. So why wouldn't they swirl around in here? Hence the term I've come up with is rainbow tornado. You don't run away from this tornado, you run to the middle of it on the ice, you drill a hole and stay in the middle of that tornado. And you're getting a 20, 30 fish day then. That's what I truly believe they do in here too. You know, nobody ever thoroughly catches the 600 within 2 weeks. So eventually what they do is they school together and they become a little tornado just like in the hatchery. And that's where they're at, like 25, 30 feet out there. Some of them will break off, other ones won't. Yeah, it was one time, especially out there in the north in the middle, straight out here. Other guys were saying, I've never seen anybody fish over there. The Cambodian guys I hang around with, nobody ever fishes over there. But then Bruce finds the rainbow tornado, and we fished off at 10 guys. I called everybody over, men and all the different Cambodian people. I said, come on over here, here's where they're at. And at 10 o'clock, they would rise up from the bottom, 25 feet, 30 feet, rise up at 10, 11 feet, and then go back down. And they stayed there for, guess what, like a week and a half, 2 weeks. And we were all 10 guys fishing that same hole for 10, a week. All right.
Goodness, am I pulling too hard?
The strike ratio, you got to bring it up a little. No, you're not pulling too hard.
I think if my line's loose and then I don't.
You want to try fathead minnow?
Okay.
I got plenty surplus of them. You're more than welcome.
I'm using rough plastic right
Yeah, it's more challenging that way, huh? I like it when they bite off that hair jig, the swim jig. I like working that. It takes more talent, you know?
I'll get 'em.
But a lot of times, like recently, they haven't been close enough to the shore. That's a good hole right out there where you just cast them.
Went to Lake City last night. Cougars, walleyes, white bass, big one.
How about that? That's Minnesota gold. Everybody's chasing that with the fire line. No, you got to have fire line. You got to do this. You got to do that. You got to have the purple twister chairs. You know. Yeah, you got to get out that point real early too. Soul Pot's dad's usually out there, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's made a career out of it.
Actually, nobody was out there.
Okay. I haven't seen him in a long time. I guess that little girl he's got is keeping him busy.
Cold weather problem.
Okay.
After yesterday, I think we might be done already. Ice fishing.
That's such a bummer, man. If you're gonna live in town, I'll tell you what, first ice. First ice is Silver Creek Reservoir.
Yeah.
Oh man, those northern out of there are just freaking crazy.
I caught one of my biggest northern fish.
Yep. I wouldn't doubt if a state record comes out of there one of these years. They feed off all those little 6-7 inch perch and crappie there. And it's so abundant, it's like a buffet. You pull them up, it's you got the belly on them like a catfish. Seriously. I got 1.5 million views off a 1-minute video from that last year, two years ago. 3,500 subscribers. That wasn't even my fish. I was just filming somebody else's fish. Why did that guy get pissed? I sent him the email. Hey, look, I'm at 1.5 million. But I wasn't getting paid, so if I was getting paid, I could see a reason for him to be pissed. There we go. Come on, take me down. Hit me. Yeah. Come on. You got the 3-second rule applied. Come on. Yeah, take me all around town. Show me off to your friends. It's gotta be a 3-second rule. That's it, huh? Yeah, now the ice is up first at Silver Lake Reservoir, and just boy, It's so remote out there when you get out there and it's all crisp and icy and oh man. And just the sound of that auger just freaking gives me a woody. I put in my Bluetooth music and I sit out there and rock for 3 or 4 hours and wait for those northern to pull up, wait for those flags to pop up. All right, we got one. Start pulling that string, man. Nothing, no feeling like that when you know you got one on the end of that freaking string on a pop up, you know? It's exhilarating, especially when you're pulling that fish out and he's never ending, man. Where's the tail? When's the tail gonna come out?
When's the last time you were fishing?
You know, the last time was this year. I went bananas on the carp. I got 25 carp. I've been fishing with a 10-foot Daiwa out there and going for the carp. I even ordered banana pineapple boilies from England. All right, and I was using the hair jig the way the English do it. The hook in back of the boilie. They suck in the boilie and then they get the hook too. So yeah, I got in the springtime at Fisherman's End. I got 3 over 30 pounds carp. That's a big fish. There we go. All right, come on. 3-second rule. Well, you're not even taking me down. You're just cruising me around. Yeah. Yeah, it's probably about a month ago I was up Fisherman's End because they hadn't stocked here. Now I'm married to here again. Good old faithful.
Got my limit on walleyes at max.
Really? Any size them?
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
15 and up.
Oh, wow.
I think I caught one that was 20.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just not, what are they charging, 30 bucks now?
30 bucks.
Damn frickin'. They're gonna get rich, huh? I used to,
You got a good start there with the YouTube.
yeah? Oh, that'd be great to do on YouTube up there, actually. That isn't a bad idea. I mean, well, you know, you pay the $30 if you go down to Mississippi, what's it gonna cost you? Right? Between $10 in gas, $10 in bait, and $10 for food, you're talking 30, 40 bucks anyway. Anymore. That's why I don't fish the Mississippi as often. But what I used to do on Max, last time I was at Max, I got 3 16s and a 24 out of Max. That's my biggest out of Max. And I didn't even pay too. I went in 6 a.m. in the morning and left by 11:30 and they never seen me. They come in around noon.
Well, you know, around this time they're not open like Monday.
Right, Sunday and Monday. That's when I hit them up.
Yeah, right up by you.
Yep, I seen them come up. You know, there was a guy on Fishbrain that's got a kayak that's catching 20 and up walleye up at Lock Dam 2. Right near you, huh? Yeah, I've been doing this YouTube for about 4 or 5 years and finally decided I got to do it smart and make money.
Yeah.
Okay, not just do it to cheer me up. I'll be hitting 62 next September. So, yeah, make some extra cash. It'd be nice. Pay for some of my gear, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, they're not cheap anymore. Just grabbing a couple of jigs and some plastic, it's costing me 30, 40 bucks.
And from what I hear, the perch are starting to move in down the Mississippi. If you're a perch, man. My friend was getting 13 and 14s. That's where I got my last crappie, was over around that area. That 12 I got out of here, I got it off a Castmaster spoon. It tore a dime-sized hole in the side of its mouth too. It earned it, man. I was just kind of surprised I got it off a Castmaster. Yeah, you know, these trout will give you a mental complex. Like, I'm doing everything I can, everything right. What's going wrong here? It's these trout, man, when they turn on and turn off. Or when they turn on and off. You just never know. Yeah, they're definitely not up close, though. Who knows why? Yeah, I guess they'd be going after the catfish right around now, and those northern up the Fisherman's End.
Oh,
Yeah, they usually have a contest amongst themselves. Be seeing Brett, Brad, and who could catch the most catfish, and Mikey. And that's what they chase out in the ice too.
Some friends in Iowa want to go for the wipers.
I know what wipers are, yeah. Yeah, springtime, my favorite place is at KR7 with the crappies. Even though it's, you know, I wear spikes on my boots when I go to the KR7. It's usually so muddy and that hill's so steep, you know?
My buddies came from California to visit me. I took them to Max. Just 3 of us.
Uh-huh.
30 copies, 4 walleyes.
Wow. That's when it's worth it, when you get bunk up with a bunch of guys, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And we all kind of limit on copies. Like, yeah, we want to catch the walleyes. We're talking about. And one of them hit it, and like, he's like, I got one. Yeah, he was pretty excited about it.
One year when I was fishing with Joe, in the beginning, I watched him pull 4 of those walleyes out of his hole there. They were all over 20 inches. Hey? So he drives and we drive home. We used to go fishing together. We drive home and he doesn't even give me half a fillet. He takes them all. Like that's not even legal. You can only keep 1 over 20 inland waters, you know?
Yeah.
And then he tells me, yeah, I brought them home and filleted them. They were all full of eggs. Like, damn, how many freaking walleye did this guy kill? Yeah, it's a good place to catch those walleye, though. They swim up to that dam and they can't get out. Just waiting for you to catch them. There's a big 4.5-foot sturgeon up swimming around in there that gets caught by a person every year, too. And it can't get out. This isn't bad. I'm gonna stack some big browns in here. That's what I like eating, is those browns. Those browns in the brooks.
The one that can sit in here for years, you know what I mean?
The 20+ brown, you know?
Yeah.
They're good eating. They taste just like salmon, those browns.
That storm's coming pretty quick though.
By 1?
Yeah.
Okay. Should be wrapping it up soon, actually. I usually do about 2 hours down here. And I gotta do the wife's honeydews. Go out there as far as I can. Yeah, the last time I was up Max, I was just driving around with my wife and we stopped up there. And just got done getting flooded there and they had to tow all those trailers out and they floods.
Yeah.
So what a beautiful place to fish, you know, with those waterfalls and stuff.
It's too bad we don't pay that much.
Right. Oh, if we didn't have to pay, I'd be up here practically every day. I'd be married to that spot probably.
Summertime we go camping there, you know, set up our tent and everything.
I hear the key is, if you know somebody that camps there, you use their name, you throw their name around and it's only $5.
Yeah.
Hey?
Yeah. Well, my nephew does have a friend there and he gave me his name.
There you go. You just go in, just say, I'm coming here to visit so-and-so and give them the $5 and they give out bracelets and all sorts of funky shit to designate you there.
garlands are great for coffee. That's what I was doing. I was just going bottom. Garlands.
Uh-huh.
Throwing them in.
Yeah, who the 49ers playing next?
Terrible loss.
Yeah, maybe they're not playing off all 8 cylinders right now, huh?
Yeah, I mean they have the lead the whole way. And
Right. That happens when they have injuries and stuff, you know? Minnesota looked real hot too in the beginning. Now they're starting to pitter out, you know? That was a good game last night, I'll tell you that. That was a Super Bowl worthy game. Buffalo Bills and Kansas City last night. You watch that?
yeah,
Oh, that was good. I like it when they're that close, you know?
top quarterback like that.
Yeah.
No, on my fantasy I got Josh Allen and Lamar, and I played Lamar. I should have played Josh Allen.
There's another team. They're talking, you know, Super Bowl worthy team with Baltimore. You know, and now they're starting to putter out too, you know?
Yeah.
The Steelers are looking good again.
Give up on Conley. Good is good.
And he just yanked it.
That's usually when they take my bobber down when I'm talking and looking the other way.
Yeah.
Right now. It happens every time, my friends, out there in the fishing world. Look the other way and talk and you'll catch a fish.
Yeah.
Stop watching your stuff, man. That's why they're waiting for you to bass. They're waiting for you to turn your head and start talking. Then they're gonna bite. Okay, bass number 2. Probably the same bugger too that I just let go. Probably has 15 holes in his mouth and another bass action. Get some bass in the hat. If you haven't subscribed and watched me,
What am I doing wrong?
maybe you're not saying. Like I said, you got to do that 3 second rule. It pulls it down for a second. You don't pull yet. You wait. You apply the 3 second rule.
You've been trying to steal my bait.
Oh, okay. Catch and release when you can, friends. But that applies to the minnows for me. That plastics, do they bite that plastic and then realize it's not real? You know? That's what that questions me in my mind. You may have to pull exactly when he bites it to set that hook, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been experimenting with the real small little maggot plastics, especially on the ice this year, last year. Because these minnows sometimes ain't all what they're cracked up to be. They're stinky and freaking, you gotta nurse them, you know? They die on you. And minnow right through the eyeballs, yep. Well, I think we're going past, we'll be going past the 2 hour mark, 5 minutes. All right, let's see if we get another trout. Look at the gnats. Yay, the gnats are still out. Well, they're hatching again. They don't know whether to go away for the winter or hatch. Okay, we're going to turn our head and start talking again. That's the way I catch fish. Turn your head and start talking. What is?
Stream trout.
Oh, that's challenging. Yeah, I'm 61. Come on, man. I used to do that back in Philadelphia, Valley Forge and Brandywine Creek in Pennsylvania, and as a kid. And boy, I really wasn't that good. I really sucked as a fisherman. But yeah, at 61, you know, I moved out here 8 years ago, Mark, and I went up the Cannon River to chase those brown trout, right? Oh man, some guys on YouTube catching these brown trout, 25-inch brown trout and letting them go. I'm like, well, I got to go up there. I know they're going to be up there. I just watch them, let them go. So I go up there with some other kid I met a while back, and I said, I'm going to go out in that sand dune. Well, I'm going to walk over that log and get on that sand dune and fish that trout hole. So I jump off that log on that sand dune, and guess what? I go up to my waist in silt. The only thing above the sand was my arms with my tackle box and my fishing pole. I had to dig myself out. I said, I'm too old for this stuff. I'm not doing this anymore. That ended my fishing streams. Where do you go, whitewater?
Yeah, I go to whitewater.
You ever catch any of those tiger trout out there yet? They got them in there.
Mostly rainbow.
Okay. They got brook in there, I think, too, don't they?
Oh, yeah, they do. I mean, there's some big ones. Like you said, it's tough. I use spinners, so
Yeah.
I mess with the steam.
It takes more talent to pull them stream fish than getting these stockers, I'll tell you that. Nice one. There we go. Just pull it in a little. 2, 3. No, I think I pulled it out even with the 3-second rule. May have to have it up to 5 seconds. Yeah, call me crazy, man, but I'm not the only one that does that 3-second rule bit. Go right back out there and get him again. And you can tell when the bass pulls it straight down. You know what I'm saying? Within a half a second, boom, it's down. The trout, it'll bubble down, up and down, up and down, up and down, until you see it go down for a couple seconds. Then he's running with it.
Yeah, they usually play around with the bait.
Yep. You know what my record is off the dock? Catching 5 trout by the asshole. You want to know why I'm catching them? And I caught them consecutively in one day. Because the trout were coming up to my minnow, smacking it with their tail, and they circle around and then they eat the minnow. And I was setting the hook right when they smack it with their tail and catching them by the butthole. That's my record, and that's no lie. And when they put those Rooter Brooks in here, and they got those teeth, V-shaped
I'm trying
teeth.
to catch one when I gotta leave.
Well, you got some in the bag.
Well,
That's all
I
the
said, well, time to pull a line in, and it just yanked around.
Uh-huh. You got some in the bag. You're good.
Just one. The other was too little.
Yeah.
Like they got to be above 10. Them other two
Sure.
I had were like 8s.
Right. Right.
Too little. But I said I'd be home at noon. So.
Well, good day to you, mate.
Yeah, they're out there. They took my bait off 5 different times.
Wow.
They ate the bait, and then I caught the little one. The other one I got right up the bank like you did. And got off.
Yeah.
Oh well, it's supposed to start raining at 1.
Yep.
Supposed to get 1.5 inches of rain.
Oh my. Well, we could use it though.
It looks like a pretty good storm.
Well, you know what the average level of this pond should be up the fence, you know, where you can't walk around that fence over there. Okay, I might. There I am.
Yeah, look at this.
Oh, it's a nasty storm coming in on the radar. Oh yeah. Wow, that looks like sleet. If it's blue with purple, you know. Speaking of sleet, we just got a new roof, $16,000 roof for $500.
Really?
Yeah. You have the guys come out that do the roof, declare you have hail damage, show pictures. You put it in with your insurance. You only got $1,000 deductible, so I had a 15-year roof replaced for $500. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That's the deal, all right, man. I was like, damn. But my insurance the year before went up $400 a year, my home insurance, so I figured I might as well, you know. Yeah, throwing him right where he's at. It's about time me wrapping it up, I think.
There we go.
All right, Mark. Yeah, here you go. My friend's got one he can show off. Look at that pole bend. Oh, man. Yeah, get him. Pull him in, Mark. You're awesome.
That's a dig.
There you go. rainbow time. Dancing rainbow. Dancing like Tina Turner. Rolling down the river. Okay, Bruce, you're getting carried away now. You gotta dial that stuff down a little, Bruce. You get too crazy, too excited. You can't be having that stuff around here. No laughing while you're fishing. This is serious stuff.
That's what take that one down.
One more cast, huh? One more cast. So did you have to pull right away when it went down with that plastic, or did you let him have it in like a second or two?
He put it on me.
He was serious.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, right under.
Yeah, that's a good hole right out there. They hang out and they're right there. That's a big northern at Chester Woods too now. People are pulling 12-pound northerns out of Chester Woods.
Really?
Yeah.
It's been a while since I fished there. Not my biggest largemouth there. 21 and a half.
Wow. That's 4.5 pounds, something like that.
Oh, it was
5 pounds.
fatty too.
Yeah.
Using crinkle plastic. It's like a stick.
Uh-huh. You get 1 pound bluegills out of there all day long too. That 30-foot hole that runs all the way back past the beach.
Well, if you go the right time, you'll catch some nice poppies too.
Yeah.
I caught some 11, 12.
Uh-huh.
Man, I gotta pay attention more. You just yanked me again.
You got to die off your strike ratio. You got to go home and practice in your driveway.
I mean, I'm not looking at the bobber, and then all of a sudden I
Yeah.
feel this tug on me. And I'm like,
That's when they bite. All right, I think I better wrap it up before it starts raining. Yeah, I don't know. The bite's supposed to be better before a storm, isn't it?
yeah.
You think? There we go. Speaking of. Oh, he took me down real good. And popped right back up. Come on, take it down again. I might have stole my minnow. All right. Get ahead of
Okay.
Yeah. That's the way I don't have to take it off too. That probably was a bass the way it took me down. All right, people. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.